Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. And welcome to QuizzleMania, God almighty, 46. Too many. We've done too many. Happy Steve Austin Day, everyone. Swig a beer for the working man. I am Adam Blonde, PA, the hostess with the mostess. I will be wrangling for stone cold stunning guests, including one very special man of the people. And in fact, we're going to waste no time and we are going to get right into introducing our guests for QuizzleMania 46, the greatest, the showcase of the Amorons, the greatest spectacle in all the sports infotainment. I forgot to say that bit. First up, it's Tempest. Hi, Tempest.
It's me you were talking about, right? The man of the people, hashtag Team Tempest. They still love me, right?
Hashtag Tempest for QuizzleMania. Yeah, we listened to the fans and we finally brought you on the show, Tempest. It's very lovely to see you.
It's been a while. It's been a while since there was trivia. I heard there was trivia on this show.
Look,
I wasn't prepared for any of that. Listen, Tempest, it's been so long since there was trivia. I prepared my singing voice. I was ready to draw.
Hey,
hesitation. Did I get that one?
There might be some silliness, Tempest. I know that you're all about the silliness. I know you don't know much about wrestling. Okay, yeah. I get that, and don't worry, there will be one or two rounds specifically designed for your skill set. But yeah, we've curved some of the trivia just because most of the other Wrestle Talk guys who are available for the show are a bit thick. They don't really watch wrestling, and that's absolutely fine. All of our guests are very knowledgeable, of course, but I think it's best to cater for the Wrestle Talk boys because they haven't really watched the product, as it were. What's your strategy for coming back all guns blazing, returning, throwing your mask into the ring, as it were?
Pure, unadulterated confidence, my friend. When you're the one that they call when they need someone to win one of these things, strategy is just a word.
Yes, you are our Greg Cherry contingency plan. So thanks for that.
Yeah.
You got the answers I sent you, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Great. Excellent. Fantastic. Good to hear it. All right. I said the loud part quiet and the quiet part loud. So yes, Tempest, enjoy the show. Lovely to have you back as always. Next up, it's been a hot minute since we've had him on QuizzleMania. The man, the myth, the legend behind W3, one of the greatest wrestling YouTube channels in all of sports infotainment, the one and only Z-Man, Brian Zane.
Oh, I got some real energy drink on myself. Oh, hell yeah.
I got blinding yourself.
In me, and I'm ready to make a mess here all over QuizzleMania.
You've hooked energy drinks directly into your eyeballs. You are going to be flying, sir. Yep. It's lovely to have you. It's very, very lovely to have you back. It's been literal years. What's you been up to?
God, it's been a while. It's been a minute for sure. Well, you know what? I've been laying kind of low. Laying kind of low since my last QuizzleMania appearance. I've been trying to do better, trying to get better, get trained, sharpen my mind for the event that I would come back for something like this. And the time is now, man.
Absolutely.
Things are doing good with the channel, and I'm just happy to be here.
You, like in Batman Begins, you've decided to climb the wrestling mountain and train with some wrestling trivia ninjas to come back. And it's the ultimate underdog story. It's not. You're very, very smart about wrestling.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, the last few times I was here, that was proven very false, but I will do my best. And I'm going to show everyone why I am the true influencer, by the way. I just want to let everyone know that,
Yes, indeed. Well, it is, of course, Steve Austin Day. I hear you have a new video just gone live mere hours ago on your channel, Wrestling with Regret, which everyone should subscribe to, of course, because it's fab. What's the new content today?
Yeah, well, in honor of 316 Day, it's a countdown looking at the worst Steve Austin career moments. And it really runs the gamut from his, WCW days to what went wrong there, and to some potholes along the way on the road to success in the WWF. So it's a good look. It's not like it's not like I'm totally dogging on him. There's respect thrown into that video. Like,
Yes,
I put over things
absolutely.
when it's due, you know. But there's some things we got to talk about.
Yes, yes. I mean, I thank you for being brave and talking about the Steve Austin heel turn of 2001 for the first time. Like, that is why is no one on wrestling YouTube covering it, Brian? Why?
I know. It's been 21 years. There need to be answers. There need to be some hot takes still given.
Very hashtag brave of you. Lovely to have you back. What's your strategy for redemption? What's the mindset?
It's going to be kind of, you know, that part in The Simpsons when Bart and Lisa are like throwing punches and kicks at each other. And it's like, if I hit you, it's your own fault. That's kind of like, I'm going to be throwing like answers just blindly and hope that something lands. That's my strategy going into this one.
Amazing. Have a wonderful show. Lovely to have you back. All right. So next up, because you people are the authority over on partsFUNknown, and we listen to the people, we could ignore your pleas, or very specifically Sean Ross Saps and Sats and SP3s and all the guests we would have on the shows, their pleas to have the trend finally be answered. Hashtag Greg Cherry for QuizzleMania. Greg, get in here.
Hey, yo.
Hello, mate.
Yes, it's very nice to finally be here. I want to thank you personally for having me on and also getting me the most views I have on my channel, and then completely tanking afterwards once you got eliminated from my tournament. But appreciate the little bit of a bump.
Sorry for crashing and burning so early in that, by the way.
Oh,
my bad.
I did want to say, you did bring up, it has been a while since it was all the way back when Brian was champion that I first got introduced to QuizzleMania. So in light of that, I prepared this. I didn't tell you about this. I do have a little bit of a bit. Is the top 10 reasons why Greg Cherry is finally on QuizzleMania.
Okay, hit me.
Reason number 10. Sean Ross Sapp hasn't yet thought of a new fuck catchphrase.
Yes, you have been a reliable bit for Sean. That's fair.
Absolutely. Number 9. Lugo is too busy being a dad. Lazy bastard.
Shoot.
Yes. Number 8. Wale is starring in the new detective series, The Search for the Third Uso. Number 7. Chris Van Vliet is interviewing someone for the 10th time, but wouldn't say who it was.
He just won't. Why won't he publicize his work? What a shame.
Number 6. The Wrestle Talk office got a shipment of coconut candy bars, leading Ollie Davis to ask, how many mounds are there?
Jesus Christ. Keep going.
Yeah, some of these are a stretch. Number 5. Denise Salcedo went to Michaels to create Adam Blandplate's extended family.
Oh, Jesus.
Number 4. Louis Dangor originally agreed to be on the show, but then tweeted one of his hot takes and was pulled from it.
That popped me. Very, very good. You've watched
Number
the product
3.
and I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. We love you, Louis. Number 3. Pete Quinnell and Steve went to an art auction to sell the Heidenreich sex drawing. Number 2. Sully made Tom Holland cry by telling him how low his scores were.
Well, indeed.
And the number 1 reason you finally let me on QuizzleMania, clearly, my sex appeal.
I can't argue with any of those. A fine top 10. I'll be stealing it for one of the ones on PFK, obviously. So you are here. You are widely regarded in internet trivia circles as something of an unstoppable juggernaut. I do see that title behind you. How long have you held that, perchance?
Just over 4 years. It was 4 years this past Thursday.
God almighty, you are Hulk Hogan, aren't you?
Well, I actually pass his reign next week.
Do you?
I figured that out because my buddy Jeff and I were looking at it. I was like, wow, I'm passing Hogan's reign. Awesome. Longest reign champion of the last 40 years. Go me.
Go San Martino. So there is one question, Greg, that the fans demand of you, which is simply this. What is your favorite fast food franchise?
You know, RJ City brought it up on the episode he was on, and there was some argument whether or not Sheetz counted as a fast food restaurant because, you know, it is a gas station, and people was like, oh, you need a drive-through. So about an hour away from my house, there is a Sheetz that has a full-blown drive-through. So for me, it counts. Sheetz is better than Wawa. I'm starting that fight right here.
What does Sheetz sell? They do
a lot of made-to-order food. So they do like hot dogs, burgers, subs, ready to make drinks. Sheets, sponsor me because I'm plugging all your shit on the air.
Yes, absolutely. Please sponsor us all. We all could do with the money. We'll influence. I'll influence. Who says I won't?
Exactly. But yeah, Sheets is my go-to, and I spend way too much money there. So that's my answer.
Lovely. Well, welcome to the show, Greg Cherry. I hope that our many Davids that I've collated here can take down Goliath. But let's see. Welcome to QuizzleMania. All right. And finally, because the champion always enters last, the one, the only SP3. Hello, sir.
Hello, Adam. How are you? It's been a while. It's been a month before, the greatest QuizzleMania champion of all time won his title after so many opportunities. I am here, and I am officially changing my nickname. I'm not only just SP3 anymore. I'm the Black Blampier. That's my new nickname whenever I'm on QuizzleMania, because people can't handle this much pretty at the beginning of QuizzleMania with me and you on the screen.
It's an overdose for sure, and I'm very sorry about that, but also I regret nothing. Thank you for that nickname. Difficult for me to tweet out about it, but okay. It's very catchy. It is.
I just expect a retweet. I just want the retweet from you because you have a lot more followers than me. Hopefully you can retweet it and I get my blue check. So we're working together here.
Hell yeah. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. So you are the champion. The boyhood dream came through for SP3.
It's actually the boy's hood dream came true.
I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of that. Obviously, we've decided that we want the boy's hood dream to continue, which is why we've invited Greg Cherry as your first title defense. So sorry about that.
I was like, they said Black History Month is over, SP3. We gotta get this trophy off of you. We're sick of dealing with United States times. We're gonna rest with whatever time zone Greg Cherry is in. But you talk about your Greg Cherry for QuizzleMania. You talk about your Wrestle with Regret. You talk about your Wrestle Talk. Well, SP316 says I'm gonna whoop all their asses.
Hell yes. Welcome to the show. Have an amazing time. I am pulling for you and you specifically. All right, that is our lineup. We're going to take a very quick break before we start the quiz show proper because Surfshark, our sponsors, have been ridiculously cool to partsFUNknown and are sponsoring all the QuizzleManias this year, which is amazing and humbling, and we like it very much. And it is very nice to actually talk about something that you use and enjoy. I use Surfshark literally all the time. It's how I can get my HBO because I don't like using Now TV because as a player in the UK, it fucking sucks. Whereas I can get my HBO Max using Surfshark, which is how I've been watching. I just finished watching Mayor of Easttown with it. That's a fucking bleak show. Very good, though. Anyway, don't just take it from me. Take it from me. At QuizzleMania, we believe in three things: wrestlers' nipples, Adam never gets anything wrong as host, and that big business can get their grubby overlord hands off our IP address. And that's why we'd like to thank Surfshark VPN for sponsoring QuizzleMania in 2022. Surfshark believes you have the right to privacy when you browse online, freeing you from the burden of targeted ads that keep thinking I'm pregnant for some reason, region-locked content like HBO Max, Hulu, BBC iPlayer, or unsecured connections when you're out and about doing whatever it is you do. We really, honestly don't want to know what it is that you do. You're all disgusting. Surfshark has over 3,200 servers in more than 60 countries, all secured with end-to-end encryption. So whether you're Ollie Davis going on your 8th gap year but still wanting to watch UK TV, Luke wanting to protect his computer from malicious websites while he hunts for Godzilla/fiction, or Pete trying to remain hidden from the Chinese government because of what he did, for legal reasons we can't talk about what Pete did, Surfshark VPN has you covered with its host of technical features. Take control of your internet usage today and try Surfshark VPN whilst also supporting QuizzleMania in 2022 by going to surfshark.deals/jamnatjam and enter promo code jamnatjam for 83% off and 3 months for free. That's surfshark.deals/jamnatjam. Enter promo code jamnatjam for 83% off and 3 months for free. And we'll be hearing more from Surfshark later in the show, but before too long has passed, get in here, my beautiful players. Welcome, welcome, welcome to QuizzleMania. So delighted to have all of you here. So first up, we are going to start with a round that I know Greg Cherry is very bad at. It's been a hot minute. The Price is Shy.
I was afraid that you had the intel on me. It's like, what rounds is Greg bad at?
You're bad at this, Greg.
I am bad at
this. Excellent. So yeah, we have assembled a smorgasbord of wrestling tat, most of which are WrestleMania themed because 'tis the season. I'm going to show it to you, and I'm going to ask you to write down on a piece of paper how much you think it's worth in dollars. I'll also be telling you where we got it from. And the closest without going over will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, which is huge. Yes, closest without going over. Price is Right rules. We've all seen the Price is Right. We've all seen the Price is Shite. We know how this works. So we're going to start straight off with this WrestleMania 14 vintage leather jacket. Not going to lie, this is one of the first times on The Price is Shite where I've really wanted the thing that we're putting up for sale. This is for sale on eBay, I believe. And yes, I'm looking for the price in dollary dues, please. While you're writing that down, I'm going to head over to our Ultra Chats. If you would like to Ultra Chat us, please do. The link is in the description. Check it out. I will never remember what it is. Mods. I think it's wrestletalk.com/PFK, but don't quote me on that. I think it is, but I don't know. Virgil Amoda says, Greg Cherry on QuizzleMania? What sorcery is this? Showing my age, but the Mayhem was my first source for wrestling news, so this is really cool. My vote will always go to Z-Man Brian Zane. However, have a great show, everyone. Jam that jam. # support each other. Matty Maitai says SP3 is truly up against the odds here. This is the biggest, brainiest lineup in QuizzleMania for a while now, with Brian Zane as the OG big brain, Tempest being the longest reigning big brain, and a wild big brain, Greg Cherry, has appeared. Bring it back to NYC, SP3. And finally, Matty Maitai continues on by saying, genuinely, it's great to see Brian and Tempest back on the panel. And welcome to our Isle of Madness, Greg. You seem like a cool dude. I've been slammed with a combo of homework and exams, so QuizzleMania coming today is a much-needed stress reliever. Thank you, guys. Jam that jam. Very lovely Ultra Chats to start with. Humbling, Greg Cherry. Humbling. How much for the leather jacket? We are going to go through your one by one, and we're going to start with Tempest. Tempest, how much for the WrestleMania 14 leather jacket?
Tempest says $449.99.
$449 and the crucial 99 cents. Z-Man, Brian Zane.
I'm going to go with $300. That's my pick.
$300 dues. Greg Cherry.
See, now I feel like I undershot. I said $249.
$249. And finally, SP3.
Well, I had to get a 3 in there. $349.99.
$349.99. Tempest, remind me of yours.
$449.99.
$449.99. Well, Tempest, welcome back. The points are yours because it's worth $800.
Holy
Wowzers.
smokes.
All right. That was my next guess.
A bit pricey. No, thank you.
Yes.
Tempest, five points for you. How are you feeling?
Pretty damn good, Adam.
It's like
Pretty
you
damn
never left. Next up, a signed piece of the WrestleMania 12 mat commemorating the boy's hood dream of Michael Hickenbottom.
People love crap like this.
Yes,
They
do.
sure do, don't they?
Yeah.
It is the blue bit of the map, I believe. And yes, it's from when Shawn Michaels beat Bret Hart in a overrated match. I'm heading over to the Ultra Chat. Lispy the Puppet says, how the piss am I supposed to get through 4 hours of Nemesis lockdown on Patreon if there's also a QuizzleMania to watch? Adam, this is quite frankly a fucking impolite amount of top quality content you're putting out, you utter dick. That is very kind. Hey, if you wanted to help me out, you can head on over to No Rolls Barred, which is our board game channel, and subscribe. That's free. We've also released part 1 of a very long playthrough of Nemesis Lockdown, which is a bloody amazing Alien-style game. And yeah, if you want to join our Patreon, you can do that as well. Patreon.com/NoRuleSBard, and you can watch the whole thing, all 4 hours and 20 minutes of it, right now. Okay, back to the game. How much for this, Matt? We're going to go in reverse order this time. We're going to start with SP3. How much for the signed bit of WrestleMania, Matt?
I think I undershot it, but I went with $750.
$750. Greg Cherry.
Well, if you undershot it, I definitely did. I said 500.
500. Brian.
If y'all undershot it, then I definitely did because I went with 151.
151. Fuck you, Shawn Michaels. And finally, Tempest.
I don't like Greg's answer because I just left it at $449.99.
Imagine if they're all $450. Welcome back to QuizzleMania. Z-Man, Brian Zane, $201.50. Wow. 800 for the jacket, but 200 for
Hey,
I don't know.
I know how much a square inch of canvas is worth. I don't care who wrestled on it.
Yeah, get that sweat nice and deep in there. Next up, how about this commemorative WrestleMania 10 folding chair? You gotta wonder about all the human detritus that's lodged in that foam. Goodness me. But that is a legit folding chair from WrestleMania 10 in Madison Square Garden. Again, these are all on eBay, I'm pretty sure. Callum Church 32 says, I'm sad to miss the stream tonight, but I am storytelling Game of Blood on the Clock Tower tonight, so I hope I will be forgiven. Which wrestler do you most want to join an NRB game? Big Damo forever. He's a wonderful, wonderful board gamer. I love Big Damo with all my heart and soul. Runner-up, please, Zach Gibson, because I think he'd be incredibly good at it. But yes, again, Blood on the Clock Tower. That's a series we do on No Rules Barred. Head on over and subscribe. Why not? What have you got to lose? Nothing. You're fucking nothing to lose. Subscribe. Also, please subscribe to True Heel Heat and Wrestling with Regret and Greg Cherry Brand, and also Tempest. Tempest, you've got a YouTube channel. What's it called?
I do. It's called Tempest Likes Wrestling. You can subscribe to it right there. Also, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to partsFUNknown. We want to get to 200,000 subscribers by WrestleMania.
Oh, we're very close. Very, very close indeed. Right, so the WrestleMania chair, we're going to go back the order that we started in. So, Tempest, over to you. How much for the chair? Full of butt gas, I'm sure it is.
I hadn't written anything down, but that's the benefit of going first. I went with a shade under $900.
$900 for a chair? All right. Sure, why not? Absolutely. It's only money. Brian Zane?
1,000.
1,000. Holy shit.
Worth way more than a piece of canvas that Shawn Michaels wrestled on.
How much do you guys spend on chairs? Greg Cherry?
1 million. No, I have $101.
101. A different end of the scale, then. A different end of the scale. That's absolutely fine. I'm pretty sure most regular office chairs cost more than that. SP3.
Now I think like I undershot it, but $249.99.
$249 dues. Brian Zane, you are going to fucking kick yourself. It's $999.99. Oh, Brian, I'm so sorry.
Cents.
Oh,
I go for the 99 cents. Price is right. Come on.
Cost. Damn.
I missed them on
this.
That is heartbreaking. So those points belong to Tempest because he was the closest without going over by a single cent. Goodness gracious me, you absolutely love to see it. I've missed this round. Next up, it's a WrestleMania 1 poster signed by just a whole bunch of people. You got Hulk Hogan on there. You've got Rowdy Roddy Piper. I believe Zeus is on there, which makes sense. You've got Jake Roberts, I think.
Axe, Smash, Superstar Billy Graham.
Superstar Billy Graham. Who else have you got?
Lex Luger. I see Lex Luger.
Who's that under Hulk Hogan's tits? I can't. Oh, Iron Sheik, where he belongs.
Is lower left, is that Sean John? I can't tell who that's supposed to be on lower left.
I am not.
I think Paul Bear is on there too.
Ooh,
Yeah.
good eye. So how much for this signed WrestleMania 1 poster? This is from Ringside Collectibles, this one. This is the only non-eBay one, I believe. Brett Storm says, rooting for Greg Cherry here. If it was anyone else, I'd have a hard time choosing between him, Brian Tempest, and SP3. But Greg Cherry is finally on QuizzleMania, so I got to root for him. Good luck to you all. You will probably need it against Greg. And Shiva Wilding says, now we've finally had Greg Cherry on QuizzleMania. Can we get the owner of Drafts in for an episode of Board Game Club? Also, the NRB ladies absolutely killed it. Can we have more? And can they play Takedo on the channel? Jam that jam and Cherry that cherry. Takedo, it's a fantastic board game. You're just having a nice little walk around Japan. Delightful stuff. And finally, Van Twinblade. Oh, no, Van Twinblade. That is to be read halfway through the show. So how much for this WrestleMania 1 poster? I'm going to mix up the order because I don't even care. We're going to start with Brian Zane. I know it's mental. How much for the WrestleMania 1 poster?
At this point, my whole confidence is shattered from the last one. I'm just going to say 801. So
$801. If it's $800 exactly, I'm going to poo myself. Greg Cherry, how much for you, sir?
I've kind of just checked out of this round since I suck at it, but for the sake of this round, $69.
Nice. Tempest?
Brian, you went the opposite way. You're supposed to go a cent lower. I went with $9.99.99.
$9.99.99. And SP3?
I figured he would go $9.99.99, so I put a 1 in front of it.
Holy shit. Cool. All right. Well, one of you is correct. And that person would be... It's Tempest. But
It is.
yes, it is. That is $1,499.99, which is a lot for a poster. It's a lot. But yes, congratulations to Tempest. Racked up another 5. SP3, man, as soon as I saw the 1, I was overjoyed, and just slightly 500 too many.
I knew it was too many. I was like, I should have went with that, but fair enough. Good job, Tempest.
Good job, Tempest. And finally, for this round, we're going to close out with a Funko Pop. I know they're the worst, but this is a very special one. This is a limited edition run, signed, boxed Funko Pop of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, signed by the chairman of the board himself. It is in the box. It's got its certification right there on the right, and it is signed by Vince, who has a much worse signature than I thought he would.
Yeah.
So how much for that? I'll let you guys write your answers. Misha Sumra says the boy's hood meme comes true. Oh no, the boyhood meme comes true. Greg Cherry for QuizzleMania confirmed. When's the Kickstarter for the QuizzleMania board game? Always a lovely time with the boys. Jam that jam, support each other. LIW 4444 life. Let's go. Tempest. Kaz Rush 143 says it was exactly 2 years ago when my school was called out due to COVID, and also the beginning of QuizzleMania. Thank you all for 2 years worth of entertainment. Hashtag jam that jam. Hashtag happy 316 day, and hashtag RIP Scott Hall. Absolutely. RIP Scott Hall. Absolutely. Terrible news. It's well, as Kevin Nash would say, it's just so fucking sad. But thank you so much for sending in your ultra chat. Let's get back to sillier things, which has always been the point of QuizzleMania. How much for Vince's stupid toy? Right, we're going to start with SP3. SP3, I am rooting for you so hard.
Keep going big. 1,000. Just under 1,100.
Just under $1,100. Greg Cherry.
I think I just wrote down numbers to make it happen. $799.14.
$799.14. Z-Man Brian Zane.
just a hair under 2,000. That was an 8. I made it a 9 last minute. That's a 9. It's a 9.
That's a 9. Okay. If it's 1,999 and 98 cents, 90. Oh, I'll be so happy. Tempest.
He's learning. I went with 159.99.
159.99. He may be bad at this round, but he's not that bad at this round. It's $799.99. Devastatingly close to a bang on answer there, Greg Cherry. Very, very good. Which means the scores at the end of this round are as follows. in last place. The boyhood dream going up in smoke. It's the current QuizzleMania champion, SP3. Thoughts from the champ, please.
Yeah, I don't like this round. I'm probably worse at this round than Greg Cherry.
I mean, the scores don't lie, and they do spell disaster for you at sacrifice. So in joint second place with 5 points apiece, it's Greg Cherry and Z-Man Brian Zane. In first place with 15, though, it's that bitch. It's Tempest. Welcome back to QuizzleMania. All right,
welcome back. I'm dedicating this performance to your co-host, SP3. I'm dedicating this to Sat because he loves me more.
How dare you? How
Beat
dare
me
you?
then.
He
Beat
probably
me
does.
then. Coward.
Beat me then. Beat me.
Beat me.
This is for Sat's love. This is not for QuizzleMania.
This game is for Sat's love and nothing else.
It's for Sat's love now.
Absolutely.
Okay, well,
That's all I
currently
ever
you are
wanted in life.
losing at Sat's love, I'm afraid, SP3. Sorry about that. We are up for a new round. Oh, etc. It's That's What He Said. It's
I remember that.
We've never
Spit on
done
the
anything
mic.
about. He did spit on the mic. That or Kurt Angle's booger, which is worse. This is about promos. We've never really done anything about wrestling promos before, so now we are. I am going to give you a bit of a wrestling promo, and I want you to write down what immediately is said next. Generally speaking, like the next sentence or the next phrase. You don't have to do the whole promo. Just complete the phrase or complete the next bit. And don't worry, I'm going to be lenient. You can get the commas in the wrong place or the and. As long as you've got the general thing that is about to be said, then fine. It's fine. It's QuizzleMania. It's fine. So yeah, we've got 8 questions of this. 3 points on offer for each correct guess, and these are all separate guesses, so you could all get each one absolutely right, which would be lovely. It's not a buzzing round. We'll have one of those later. So yes, does everyone sort of understand the gist? It's a pretty easy gist. Yeah. Cool. All right, so let's start with in my opinion, easy one, but I don't know how you guys remember promos. And there were 2 bad people. And there were 2 bad people. All right, so I want you to write down what comes next. And I will be fairly lenient with the scores, just as long as you've got the general thing. That will be fine. All right, I'm going to head over to some Ultra Chats. Mayor of Painesville, Dan, says, hey, guys, how are you? I hope you're doing great. And if not, get ready to be entertained. Wait, is that my arch nemesis on the show? My American doppelganger, Brian Zane? Insane. Lovely to have you on. Boo, Greg Cherry. Open brackets, not really closed brackets. Delightful stuff. And the other Tempest says, I get to catch QuizzleMania live for the first time in a while, so at least being homesick from work today has a silver lining. Oh, and happy Stone Cold Steve Austin Day, everyone. Oh, hell yeah. That's my terrible Steve Austin impression. You're welcome, everybody. And also get well soon, the other Tempest. Get well soon, buddy. Right. So we are going to start with, also, if you can do an impression of the promo, I think the fans would appreciate that. It won't get you extra points unless it's really good. If it's really good, I'll throw in a bonus 1 point for you, but it has to be really good. We're going to start with, who are we going to start with? Let's start with Tempest, I think.
How much of this do you know? Because I can, or how much of this do you need? Because I can kind of keep going.
I want specifically the end of the next sentence, please. I can keep going. That is,
I can keep going here.
Fucking brag. Love to see it. So Tempest, please hit me with the next bit of the promo, and obviously show your workings, so no cheating.
Well, I didn't know how much to write down, but the answer is one was John Wayne, and he's dead. The other's right here.
Z-Man Brian Zane.
And there were 2 bad people. One's John Wayne, and he's dead, brother.
Very good. SP3.
One was John Wayne, and he's dead, brother.
That's a fucking fantastic impression. And finally, Greg Cherry.
One of them was John Wayne, and he's dead, brother.
Very, very good. I am going to give all of you 3 points because one was John Wayne and he's dead, brother, and the other one's right here. It was, of course, Dusty Rhodes from Hard Times. And Z-Man Brian Zane, I'm going to give you 4 points instead of 3 because I thought that was a fantastic Dusty impression.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Drop that elbow on the competition. Next up, and trust me, this isn't sour grapes, but
Easy peasy.
finish that sentence. And trust me, this isn't sour grapes, but Exafianian. I did my best. Says hi. Oh, thank you.
Says.
Hi all. A few QuizzleManias ago, Adam wanted someone to write Stone Cold's 316 speech as a Shakespearean sonnet. I did that. Today seems the perfect day to share it. Iambic pentameter and 14 lines. He shared a link, and the mod mothers have said, double check the link. It's safe. Thank you for doing. Thank you for jumping on that grenade. Oh no, I just pasted and it says not found. I just pasted. Oh, hang on a second. I need to remove some percentage marks. Let me just get rid of those. Boom. Load. It is not going to load. Okay. Hang on a second. Oh, no. Wait, hang on. This page is no longer available. It has expired. Well, I did honestly try my best. Oh, no. Here it is. Okay. Cool. All right. I've got it in front of me. This is a Shakespearean sonnet. Written by Exafianian. It is Stone Cold's 316 speech as a Shakespearean sonnet. As a classically trained actor, I feel like I am specifically qualified to read this for you all. First I speak, remove this waste from my ring. Stop not there, remove him thus from the fed. For in proof, son, beyond all manner speak against, your wits no longer match your crowd of peers. Sitting there you slap your scripture, prayers which brought your path to naught. John chapter 3, the 16th verse, naught 'gainst my whip brought to thine ass. Go, procure thine cheapest gin to regain bravery long since lost. Serve out thusly notice to all in sight. My reign as king is backed in might. Men shall stand, men shall fall. Stone Cold stands to meet each and all. Chances for belts which I am promised. All of these crossed off my list. I am Stone Cold. This is my time. I speak, and thus 'tis the bottom line. Oh,
Woo!
me
Very nice.
meow.
Very nice.
Hot damn.
That is a better promo than we're gonna get the rest of this round.
Yeah.
So let's see now. We ended with Brian. We ended with Greg Cherry last time around, or did we? I can't remember. We're gonna start with you, Greg Cherry, this round. What is the comes after? And trust me, this isn't sour grapes, but.
And trust me, this isn't sour grapes, but the fact that Dwayne's in the main event of WrestleMania and I'm not makes me sick.
SP3.
The fact that Dwayne's in the main event of WrestleMania and I'm not makes me sick.
Why do they all sound like Macho Man, SP3? Why do they all sound like Macho?
Oh, yeah.
I hope there's a macho one so I can do the impression.
Z-Man Brian Zane.
I blanked. I did not have that one at all. Nothing was written. I'm sorry.
Goodness me. Tempest.
I've got the fact that Dwayne is in the main event of WrestleMania next year and I'm not makes me sick.
Very, very good. It was indeed the pipe bomb. I am not satisfied by any of your impressions, but then again, CM Punk is a hard man to do an impression of. Got to nail that Chicago twang, but I will give 3 points to Tempest, SP3, and Greg Cherry. Very, very well done. Next up, but I will not quit, because if I quit, then Zachary McKinley says there's been a whole lot of kissing in wrestling lately. Will there be any kissing on QuizzleMania? I mean, it would be difficult, I'll say. But don't count anything out. Tempest is looking particularly fetching in that crown. The Wrestling Life 13 says, Greg Cherry, I'm marking out, bro. Awesome to see him on here. And thank you guys for everything you do on QuizzleMania. It has become one of the things I look forward to most every month. And Riddles and Rhymes says, I've been watching Wrestle Talk since it started all those years ago on Challenge TV. That is a deep cut. My God, has it aged like a fine wine. Anyway, it's about time I chucked you a tenner. Thanks for the entertainment. Delightful stuff. All right, this is a harder one. They're going to get harder. They have to get harder, of course. Let me know when you've all got something down. I hear a lot of writing. JB3 says, Greg, if you win today, Combat Wrestling Trivia will be reactivated and you will get your title shot back. Hashtag dick that tit. Do you want to explain that particular
So what basically the hashtag I don't get. But Combat Wrestling Trivia is a trivia place that obviously I did wrestling trivia. And what happened was I won their like Money in the Bank to get a title shot, and then they deactivated it a few months later, so I never got it.
My God, a grave injustice.
So,
you guys, when did you and Brian have fought in a trivia competition before, right? What's the story there?
So yeah, in the midst of that run, Brian and I faced each other. We had a great match. I think the final was like 9-7 or something.
It was pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty close. And everybody else has been in the trivia tournament, including you, Adam. So I've been on screen with all four of you. So that's pretty awesome.
And finally, the Avengers have been assembled. All right. So, Brian, I'm going to come to you first. The road to redemption starts here, but I will not quit because if I quit, then
I just kind of spitball that I'm no better than you. That's what it says here.
All right. Okay. And Brian Zane. No more Brian Zane. Tempest. Tempest.
All right, Ollie.
Kayfabe.
I forgot what promo this was from. It could be from a couple, but I also wrote, then I'd be no better than you.
SP3.
Yes, I also wrote, I'd be no better than you, and I'm MJF, and I'm better than you, and you know it.
Greg Cherry.
See, I went a completely different direction with this because I figured this was a Daniel Bryan promo from 2014. So I put, because if I quit, then the Authority wins.
Interesting. The full quote I was looking for was, I will not quit, because if I quit, then I'd be no better than you. And we all know that's not the case because my name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman and I'm better than you and you know it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give Tempest 3. I'm going to give Brian Zane 3. I'm going to give Greg Cherry nothing, I'm afraid. And an SP3, because you gave me that little bit extra, that little bit of sauce on my steak. 4 points to you, sir. Next up, question number 4. The pain that shot through my body became a distant memory, replaced by the pain that will be embedded in my skull till my dying day.
Oh, I know that one. I know that.
I feel like I know it, but I don't.
Kazab PhD says, evening, gents. Just a quick donation for everything you do. Also, because I know some of my boys are watching, can you shout out for the win, the Premier FTW, the Premier Promo League? We're trying to get to 100 subs before Mania. Absolutely. Everyone's trying to get to subs before WrestleMania. It's the greatest wrestling season of the year. Go head on over to FTW, the Premier Promo League, and give them a sub. Why not? Let's support other rising people on YouTube because that's what we should do. Why not? All right. And the L3XBOT says, hashtag Let's Go Cherry, hashtag Omega Club for life. And Tom Talks Rubbish says, Adam, just want to say thank you. Without watching your content over the years, I don't think I would be doing what I am now for my channel, getting to interview some of the greats in the wrestling media, such as Brian Zane, SP3, and Tempest. Big love. Thank you, Tom Talks Rubbish. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Shout out to you, Tom.
Yes.
All right. So the pain that shot through my body became a distant memory, replaced by the pain that will be embedded in my skull, in all caps, till my dying day. What do we think? I will. I'm not going to. Have we all got something on the page?
No, I can't think of anything.
Ooh.
You need like 1 minute? Again, I don't know how.
I'm
hard to
racking
take
my
this.
brain and I cannot put it together.
All right, I'm going to give you a little bit more time. I'm going to do one more Ultra Chat, Tempest. That's your ticking clock. Jack Archer says we've finally figured out the punishment for the loser of our board game league. 3 lowest will have to play Monopoly. Both the lowest league score and the loser of that game have to do the milk jug chug. Oh my god, I've done the milk jug challenge. I hate it so. Awful. Don't do it. It'll just make you it'll make you feel sick. I hate that. All right, Tempest, your time is up. Your time is now. The pain that shot through my body became a distant memory, replaced by the pain that will be embedded in my skull. Greg Cherry, do you have something on the page?
No,
Right.
I'm probably not going to get it.
That's a pass, I'm afraid. SP3.
All right, I'm gonna try the impersonation here. And the pain that shot through my body became a distant memory, replaced by the pain that will be embedded in my skull to my dying day. Kane Dewey! Kane Dewey!
Damn it.
Dewey Foley is a 3-year-old boy, you sick son of a bitch!
Z-Man Brian Zane.
Okay, my answer is different, but I will try the voice as well. The pain that shot through my body became a distant memory, replaced by the pain that will be embedded in my skull till my dying day. Something, something. Have a nice day. That's all I had. That's all I had.
I don't know how I'm
Amazing.
supposed to follow any of this.
Memphis?
Okay. Once again with the preamble. Oh God, I can't do a Mick Foley impression. I realize I can't get the squeakiness that some of the rest of y'all have. But I will say it's Kane Dewey. Kane Dewey. Dewey Foley is a 3-year-old little boy. You 6 sons of bitches.
Fantastic. I mean, SP3, 4 points are yours, my friend. Brian Zane, you get a point because that was a fucking phenomenal Mick Foley impression.
I should have at least tried the impression.
Tempest, yeah, it's always worth a point. We're making it up as we go along. It's QuizzleMania, baby. And Tempest, 3 points for you because I don't feel you gave it your all, but I feel like it's in you, Tempest. I'm giving you 3 points so that you have something to shoot for. I hope you understand. All right, very, very good. I loved that. It was, of course, the right answer is Kane Dewey. Kane Dewey. Dewey Foley is a 3-year-old boy. You 6 sons of bitches. Next up, question number 5 of this 8-question round. I hate your guts. You are a liar. You're a cheat. You're a scam. You are a no good son of a bitch. Excellent. Dirty Rich says, Dirty Rich here, supporting Wrestle Talk and QuizzleMania as always. Welcome Wish.com version of Sean Ross Sapp to the mix. Glad to see Tempest back again. Good luck all. Jam that jab and never forget Tyson kissed his son on the lips. Red X says, spending $10 to say it's nice to see Adam came dressed as a recently qualified secondary school teacher. Hashtag trans lives matter. Oh, thank you. It's just a collar. I don't know what to tell you. It's a thick weave jumper with a nice shirt underneath. It's fairly standard, and it's not quite Matt Striker levels, but thank you. I appreciate it. I am also wearing wrestling trunks with my own face on the back to complete the look. Thank you for your money. I appreciate it. And hashtag trans lives matter, of course. All right. Next, do we all have something on the page?
Yep.
I do.
All right. Greg Cherry. We're going to start with you. Road to Redemption.
Little preamble here. I hate your guts. You're a liar. You're a cheat. You're a scam. You are a no good son of a bitch. Fire me. I'm already fired. Fire me. I'm already fired.
Z-Man Brian Zane. Oh, you're muted, I think. Oh,
no.
Brian, you're muted. Brian, you're muted.
I had nothing.
Oh, you have nothing. Oh, no.
That's right. That's
We've
right.
lost
That's
that
all I had.
performance.
SP3
Fire me, I'm already fired.
and Tempest.
I mean, I was going to do the Ric Flair impression, but I think Greg kind of nailed it. So I did indeed just write, fire me, I'm already fired ×2.
Fire me, I'm already fired. Times 2. Gotta appreciate that shorthand. 3 for Tempest, 3 for SP3, and hell, Greg Cherry, give yourself 4 points, especially for the head. I'm already fired. Fire me. I'm already fired. Delightful stuff. All right, number 6. Maybe this is hard, or maybe it's not. I would get this in a heartbeat, but maybe it's not. I don't know. To my little girl Joanna, who cries when I leave home. To my little girl Joanna, who cries when I leave home. AJ has said, "Hey Brian, glad to see you back on QuizzleMania. Discovering your content helped me get through the thick of the pandemic, mentally speaking. And I just want to say thanks. Could I hear you do a bit of your Taz impression? It always makes me smile."
Yeah, let me get my glasses real quick for it. I know where they are.
It's Taz.
All right, I had to just pop over real quick and get those.
Oh boy.
All right. No doubt about it, Cole. Got yam. Everyone's hitting each other in the yam bags here, Cole. We need some kids. We need some kids here, Cole. It's literally half of it's just the glasses. That's the whole bit.
I love it. That's
Red Hook.
sensational. Excellent stuff. Truly excellent. Do we all have something on the page, or do we all have as much as we're gonna get?
Yes, I've written it down, but I'm second guessing myself. It could be phrasing. It could be one of two things.
All right. Well, Tempest, why don't you give me? Why don't you give me the thing that you have? I'm just going to wait for SP3. There you go. He's all right. All right. You're ready. Locked and loaded. No more answers. Tempest, hit me.
I've gone with Daddy's Coming Home.
Daddy's Coming Home.
I'm not sure.
Z-Man Brian Zane.
I too wrote Daddy's Coming Home.
Daddy's Coming Home. SP3.
I'm coming home. So
I'm Coming Home. And Greg Cherry.
I don't believe he said daddy, but I do believe he said, "Baby, I'm coming home."
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
You know
if it
what?
was Daddy or
You
Baby.
know what? Because we've had a difference of opinion and one of you has got it right. Those 3 points go to Greg Cherry because it is indeed Baby, I'm Coming Home from one of the greatest promos of all fucking time. To my little girl Joanna, who cries when I leave home. Baby, I'm coming home. It's just the greatest thing he's ever done. It's amazing. You think it's that easy? I got plenty more left in the tank. All right. Number 7. Well, since all of you have been so respectful to me, I would like to return in kind. Well, since all of you have been so respectful to me, I would like to return in kind. Baylor Lasagna says, "Thank you so much for 2 years of QuizzleMania. It's been a perfect escape during pandemic Wednesdays, and I hope you keep it going every month. Rooting for everyone. Love you all." Thank you so much, Baylor Lasagna. Shiva Wilding says, "After that sonnet, I have to reiterate my suggestion from a few weeks ago. Get Sully to record himself dramatically reading promos in a thespian style with proper old English language. 3 points for correct guess." Shiva, that is a fucking brilliant idea for a round. I'm here for it. That is so good. And I'm sorry I didn't give your suggestion a few weeks ago the due credit it deserved, because that is a bloody wonderful idea. All right. Do we all have answers on the page?
Not quite, but I'm like getting there.
I got it.
Thinking about it.
I have a
I
feeling
know
you
what
said it,
promo
but I
it
have no
is.
idea the end of the sentence. So
It's sort of the next bit I'm looking for.
I see.
Bit. Right. I don't know who to ask first. My gut says SP3 for reasons, but I am thinking of asking someone else first. Tempest. No, SP. Have you finished writing Tempest?
Yeah.
All right, then SP3. Hit me with it.
Well, since all of you have been so respectful to me, I would like to return in kind. Oh, Canada, how much I hate this place. Oh, Canada, I'm gonna kick Hulk Hogan right in the face.
Did not follow that much of the song.
Superb. Greg Cherry, please.
Well, since all of you have been so respectful to me, I would like to return in kind. Me. Oh, Canada, how I hate this place. Oh, Canada, I'm gonna kick Hulk Hogan right in the face. Because he sang it wrong.
Amazing. Z-Man, Brian Zane.
I did not have that. I have nothing. I'm not good with promos. I'm not good with promos. I'm sorry.
You just don't want to sing, but no, that's fair. Tempest.
That's a falsehood, and you know it.
I do know it. I do know it. Tempest, we have to end on you, don't we?
We do. I was really hoping that no one would do the me part, and I could possibly steal a point based on that. But well, since all of you have been so respectful to me, I would like to return in kind. Me. Oh, Canada, how much I hate this place. Oh, Canada, I'm gonna kick Hulk Hogan right in the face.
Amazing. And finally, oh no, that's it. That's everyone. That's great. Ooh, it's difficult. It really is. Okay, so SP3, I'm gonna give you 3 points. You sang it beautifully, but you unfortunately sang the Canadian national anthem, which was absolutely not what HBK did. I'm only going to give one of you 4 points. I really am. And I think it's just a benefit of going first. But Greg Cherry, that was a fucking brilliant impression of Shawn Michaels singing the Canadian national anthem. So 4 points go to you, sir. The best impression, I think. But Tempest, I want you to know it was a near thing. And finally, question number 8, which was, how does Shawn Michaels, HBK, one of the greatest performers of all time and one of the most highly decorated superstars in the history of this business, and I will say this, if there's a lot of differences in the next sentence, if someone gets it bang on, they're going to be the only one who gets points. So try and get this bang on if you can. Rock and Roller 21 says, it's the best time of the month. So excited to see my favorite guys on YouTube all together and finally meet the infamous Greg Cherry. Thank you all for the good times. Remember, bad times don't last, but bad guys do. R.I.P. Scott Hall. And the SLG Network says, hello, guys. Just want to say thank you for being an inspiration for our trivia games. It's been the funniest thing on our channel. Can't thank you enough. Watch every QuizzleMania leading up to today. Glad I could catch one live. Jam that jam. Hey, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. All right. This is the hardest one, maybe. I wouldn't be able to get these words in the right order, but Tempest evidently disagrees. Look how happy he is.
I did a whole video on this thing.
All right, well, we're going to end
something, but I got to go with what I have.
We're going to end with you, Tempest, because I think you know it. So I will wait just a moment for answers on the page. While I do, because they are amazing guests and we're having a lovely time, I'm just going to share our guest socials one more time. You can follow Tempest at TempestWT or Tempest Likes Wrestling on YouTube. You can follow Brian Zane at Z-Man Brian Zane, and make sure you follow Wrestling with Regret on YouTube. Subscribe. Greg Cherry at Greg Cherry Brand with his YouTube channel, Greg Cherry Brand, and SP3, which you can find at True Heel SP3 on Twitter, and of course True Heel Heat on the YouTubes. All right. So, how does Shawn Michaels, HBK, one of the greatest performers of all time, one of the most highly decorated superstars in the history of this business, Brian Zane?
I gotta tell you, this round has demoralized me. It has shaken my confidence to its core. I have an idea of what promo this is, but I don't know the verbiage, so I'm just kind of like guessing. So I'm just saying, how does Shawn Michaels, etc., sleep at night knowing he's the biggest hypocrite of all time? I don't know. I'm just
Interesting. SP3.
How does Shawn Michaels, HBK, one of the greatest performers of all time and one of the most highly decorated superstars in the history of this business, turn into one of the biggest hypocrites, liars, and pathetic little worms in the entire world?
Interesting. Greg Cherry.
I don't remember hypocrite being in that promo, but how does Shawn Michaels, HBK, one of the greatest performers of all time and one of the most highly decorated superstars in the history of this business, become such a lying, cheating, pathetic little worm of a human being?
Interesting. And Tempest.
How does Shawn Michaels, HBK, one of the greatest performers of all time and one of the most highly decorated superstars in the history of this business, turn into such a lying, cheating, pathetic little worm of a human being? Clothesline.
Fucking hell. That is word for word, Tempest. I'm going to give you the points and not Greg Cherry because Greg Cherry said become, and literally the verbiage is exactly turn into such a lying, cheating, pathetic little worm of a human being. So 3 points to you, Tempest. Very, very good.
4.
Four for a great impression, and I think your Canadian accent is a little rusty, if you ask me.
Yeah.
He had an advantage there, being Canadian.
Exactly, home turf. So that is the end of that round, and I will release the following scores. Shaken to his core in 4th place with unlucky 13. That would be Brian Zane. In 3rd place with 20, the current champ, SP3. In 2nd place with 22, hashtag Greg Cherry for QuizzleMania. But in 1st place with 36, Tempest WT. But everything can change because we are now playing a game we haven't played in a little while, so much so that I'm finding it hard to find the overlay for it. Where is it? It is 2 seconds. Drum roll. Pay per view.
I like this.
Now, let's cast our minds back to QuizzleMania. I believe it was 4. QuizzleMania 4, the first ever appearance of Brian Zane on QuizzleMania. It was either 4 or 3. It might have been 3. This was the round, I believe, that put Brian Zane into such an unassaultable lead that the rest of the show was a mere formality. Because you see, this round is buzz in. Only one of you is going to get points each question. 5 questions. I'm going to describe a pay-per-view to you, and you have to buzz in with your own name just by saying your own name out loud. I'm going to give you the most obscure match on the card. If you buzz in with that, 5 points. If no one guesses, we're going to move on to the next match. 4 points. Then 3 points, 2 points, and finally the main event will give you just 1 point. If you guess incorrectly, you will be out for the rest of that question. So be careful when you buzz in. Does anyone have any questions about pay per feud? All right, this one's going to be quick, folks. So fingers on buzzers. This is worth 5 points. Razor Ramon versus Ted DiBiase. Whoa, shitting. What? Fuck. Greg Cherry.
SummerSlam 1993.
SummerSlam 1993 is the correct answer. Holy moly. All right, so that's 5 points for Craig Cherry. 4 points would have been IRS versus the 1-2-3 Kid. Ludwig Borger versus Marty Jannetty. The Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez. I should have opened with that one. Try and fooled you. And number one, of course, the main event, Lex Luger versus Yokozuna. They celebrated even though he didn't win the title. I hate that show.
Yeah. Even at
all
like
right.
11, I saw that match at 11, and I was like, "Why are you celebrating?
Why? Yeah.
I didn't know how wrestling worked yet." I was like, "But you didn't win the thing. Why are you so
He didn't
happy?"
win the thing. He didn't win the thing. Oh, man. SummerSlam and Survivor Series that year sucked. Mania wasn't good either. Or the Rumble. Bad year.
Bad year.
Bad year.
93
Bad
was
year.
a bad year.
I like the Taker spot Survivor Series though, where he sits up and almost dies because Yoko very almost lands on it on flush on top of his head. Anywho, next one out of 5. Fingers on buzzers because holy shit. The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Are you sure, Tempest?
I figured I would have to. I didn't realize you'd put something that's been on a million pay-per-views.
Are you sure, Tempest?
Yeah, I'll take a punt guess. I'll go SummerSlam 2014.
Is incorrect.
Brian.
Do we have Brian?
I want to say No Mercy 2016.
Is incorrect.
That's also a good guess.
Greg.
though.
Greg
TLC 2016.
is incorrect.
Damn it.
SP3. This is your time. Or do you want to wait until the next question?
I'll wait till the next one.
Everyone
I know
else
what
is
it
out.
is now.
Well,
There's-
you are
there's at least
all
one
out.
More I'm thinking of.
SP3. You tell me when you're ready to guess. This will get you 4 points. Bray Wyatt versus Kane.
Damn, I was gonna say yeah, SP3.
SP3
SummerSlam 2013.
is incorrect. 0 points. You would have got third points for guessing the Usos versus the Hype Bros.
Damn.
You would have get 2 points for Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss versus Carmella versus Naomi versus
Backlash
Natalia versus
2016.
Bella. And you would have got 1 point for AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose. 'Twas indeed Backlash 2016. You fell into my Miz Dolph Ziggler trap.
That was the perfect one to
They
start
wrestled
off with.
on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right. That was very entertaining. I loved every bit of it. Next up, this is question 3 of 5. This is worth 5 points. Fingers on buzzers. Rey Mysterio versus MVP. Tempest?
Armageddon 07.
Holy shit!
Damn
Very,
it, I was at
very
that
impressive.
show.
Oh,
I know that one. That's my wheelhouse right there.
Damn it.
Very, very good, Tempest. This really is a meeting of the minds. Beth
There's a
Phoenix
reason
versus Mickey
Stop
James.
playing this game.
Oh yeah, it's nice to have you back. Mickey James versus Beth Phoenix would have got you 4 points. HBK versus Mr. Kennedy would have got you 3. Chris Jericho versus Randy Orton, and Edge versus Batista versus The Undertaker would have got you a measly 1 point. 4 of 5. This will get you 5. Fingers on buzzers in 3, 2, 1. IRS versus Mabel. Ooh. Hesitancy from the room. All right. If no one wants to guess, I will move us right along. This is next. This next is worth 4 points in 3, 2, 1. Razor Ramon versus Bam Bam Bigelow. Silence in the library. Okay. 3 points. In 3, 2, 1. The Head Shrinkers versus Crush and Yokozuna. Interesting. Number 2, 2 points. In 3, 2, 1. Owen Hart versus
Greg.
Razor Ramon. Greg.
I almost took it on the last one. King of the Ring 94.
King of the Ring 1994 is the correct answer. Very, very good. That is 2 points to Greg Cherry, and 1 point would have been Roddy Piper versus Jerry Lawler. What a show. What a show, everybody.
1994.
1994. Slightly better than 1993. But
Slightly.
Yeah.
slightly.
It was a good WrestleMania that year.
Yeah.
It was a good
And
WrestleMania.
SummerSlam.
Good SummerSlam too. I like Taker versus Taker. I don't care what anyone says.
I like it.
All right. So this is the final one. This is the final one. Fingers on buzzers. This is worth 5 points. In 3, 2, 1. Bret Hart versus Skinner.
I feel like I know that one. Tempest?
Tempest?
Is that the Royal Rumble 92?
Incorrect.
Okay.
I'm afraid you're gone.
Bret Hart didn't compete at that show.
Yeah, he got injured.
Would anyone else like to
Supposed to
venture
win.
a guess?
Mountie took the title from a house show 2 days earlier.
Yeah.
Greg,
Greg?
is it this Tuesday in Texas?
Very, very good. It is this
Wow.
Tuesday in Texas. Yes, the WWE's first foray into the shorter, cheaper pay-per-view. They bastardized an entire Survivor Series for it. Number 4 would have been British Bulldog versus Warlord. I mean, good luck, because they wrestled every
Oh,
pay-per-view that
A
year.
billion times, yeah.
Repo Man and Ted DiBiase versus El Matador and Virgil. 2, Randy Savage versus Jake Roberts, which is more of an angle. But what an angle. And number 1, Hulk Hogan versus The Undertaker. Very, very good. Greg Cherry, 5 points to you. Which means at the end of that round, here are your scores. In 4th place with 13 points, Z-Man Brian Zane.
At least I'm
Your
consistent.
round.
At least I'm consistent.
Consistently consistent content. In 3rd place with 20, SP3. In 2nd place with 34, Greg Cherry. In 1st place with 41, Tempest. That gap is slimming. All right, next up. First of all, I just want to read a super chat that we always read about halfway through the show. Van Twinblade says, Adam, you beautiful bleach blonde bastard. It's love o'clock. Time for everyone to say nice things about each other. I'm a huge fan. Tempest, could you say something nice about Brian Zane?
I mean, I would find it much more difficult to find something not nice to say about Brian Zane.
No.
I mean,
Thank you.
genuinely, this is the first time that he and I have actually gotten to like share the screen and communicate, not through Twitter DM or whatnot, but genuinely, Brian has been like a very big inspiration for, I think, just about all wrestling YouTubers. I mean, Wrestling with Regret is pretty top tier when it comes to all wrestling YouTube. So keep doing what you're doing, Brian. You're absolutely killing it, my man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, means a lot. I appreciate that. And yeah, but seeing your growth as well, and it's cool to see. You know, it's cool to see more the next generation of the wrestling YouTubers. You know, coming through.
He is desperately young, just horribly, horribly young. Brian Zane, could you say something nice about Greg Cherry, please?
Yeah, well, I mean, Greg is truly one of the smartest boys in all of wrestling trivia. You know, he's kicked my ass a couple times, and so far he's doing the same here. And so I can always respect people for that. And yeah, I mean, just the fact that you got here and you had the groundswell support for the last couple of years, you're finally here, and it's really cool. It's just great to see what a good old grassroots movement can do, and you definitely earned your spot here.
It's YesLmania. Greg Cherry, could you say something nice about SP3, please?
Yeah, SP3 is one of the kindest, most genuine human beings I've ever had the pleasure of sharing a screen with. So, his wrestling knowledge is off the charts. It was a pleasure having him in my tournament. It was a pleasure watching these two do battle against each other in my tournament. So I really appreciate everything SP3 has done. True Heel Heat's doing amazing. Glad to see he's part of the Wrestle Talk team on the NXT show. And I could go on and on, but we only got a certain amount of time.
Heck yeah. And SP3, can you say something nice about Tempest?
I want to say something nice about Craig, but I mean, after all that,
All right, I'll leave.
No. Honestly, I tell him all the time he's one of the most knowledgeable guys in all of wrestling media. Like, I always go to him if I need like any information. If it comes to anything between 2005 and 2010, that's his wheelhouse. He always nails it. He's my brother to talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling, and most importantly, he loves Euphoria as much as I do, so he's my brother. He's my brother. We are the male Maddie and Cassie, except we don't have a Nate Jacobs. That would be
I was
Adam.
about to say, are we
Adam
gonna
would
kill each
probably
other?
Adam would probably be the Nate Jacobs in this situation. But no, we are great best friends when it comes to Euphoria. I love this man so much, and I'm happy to see him doing more for WrestleTalk.
Fantastic. I have no idea what any of those reference means, but I'm flattered.
I was hoping we'd be more like a nice hetero Lexi and Fez kind of thing, where we're just good, nice people.
I
We're not toxic.
I couldn't think of any of the friends. I was gonna say Fez and Ashtray, but I don't want either one of us to die. So
Spoilers, yeah. There's not a lot to choose from. This is a Euphoria podcast now, by the way.
All right.
Then I'm useless.
So we are going to take a very quick break after Love O'Clock. One of my favorite parts of a QuizzleMania. We're going to have another word from our sponsor, Surfshark. So thank you very much. Make sure you listen to this. Don't just take it from me that Surfshark is great. Take it from me. At QuizzleMania, we believe in three things: wrestlers' nipples, Adam never gets anything wrong as host, and that big business can get their grubby overlord hands off our IP address. And that's why we'd like to thank Surfshark VPN for sponsoring QuizzleMania in 2022. Surfshark believes you have the right to privacy when you browse online, freeing you from the burden of targeted ads that keep thinking I'm pregnant for some reason, region-locked content like HBO Max, Hulu, BBC iPlayer, or unsecured connections when you're out and about doing whatever it is you do. We really, honestly don't want to know what it is that you do. You're all disgusting. Surfshark has over 3,200 servers in more than 60 countries, all secured with end-to-end encryption. So whether you're Ollie Davis going on your 8th gap year but still wanting to watch UK TV, Luke wanting to protect his computer from malicious websites while he hunts for Godzilla/fiction, or Pete trying to remain hidden from the Chinese government because of what he did, for legal reasons we can't talk about what Pete did, Surfshark VPN has you covered with its host of technical features. Take control of your internet usage today and try Surfshark VPN whilst also supporting QuizzleMania in 2022 by going to surfshark.deals/jamnatjam and enter promo code JamNatJam for 83% off and 3 months for free. That's surfshark.deals/jamnatjam. Enter promo code JamNatJam for 83% off and 3 months for free. Fantastic. Please do check out the link at the top of the description. And thanks again to Surfshark for sponsoring this and all QuizzleManias in 2022. All right. Well, we've done some trivia now. We've done some trivia. Let's have some fun. Artist play. Let's do some story. Let's knock
We're
around.
drawing now. Let's go.
All right.
It's going to be and I've got two fun rounds. Both a little short, and then we're going to get to our main event. But simply put, this is Pictionary. I am going to DM you on Twitter a wrestling thing. You draw the wrestling thing in 30 seconds. Then you will show your masterpiece to the world. The first person to buzz in with what they think it is will get 3 points, and the person who drew it will get 3 points. Simple as that. All right. So we're going to start with Brian. Let's start with you. Check your Twitter DMs. I have sent you a wrestling thing, which you will have 30 seconds to draw. Boom. Have you seen it?
Yes, I can.
All right. Your 30 seconds. I'll wait for you to get in position. Your 30 seconds start now. Brian Doyle has said, "Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well this evening. Great to see Greg Cherry take his rightful place in QuizzleMania. Okay, Adam, it is time to play a game robbed from OSW Review. What bar is each of these lovely contestants, Jam That Jam and Cherry That Cherry? I could not possibly bastardize the great What bar. I am a huge OSW Review fan. That much is known. I reference them all the bloody time. So I will leave it up to the geniuses. Thank you. And stop drawing, please, Brian. Gosh, 30 seconds goes quick. I will leave it up to them to do what they do best. But make sure you check out OSW Review and subscribe to them. They are a lovely bunch of lads. Brian, are you ready to have your masterpiece shown to the world?
Okay.
Remember, finger on buzzers, folks.
SB3?
SB3.
Undertaker throwing Mankind off the cell?
Incorrect. SB3. That is you locked out of this question. Greg or Tempest? Yeah, remember to buzz in with your name if you want to guess. Greg. I heard Greg.
Oh, yeah.
I heard Greg first.
Yep.
Is it Brock Lesnar F5ing Austin Theory off the chamber pod?
It sure is. Very, very good work. I'm a huge fan of the little phone. The little phone.
That's what got it for me. It's like, who the hell takes selfies? And it's not Tyler Breeze.
There you go.
Amazing. Huge fan. Right, that is 3 points to Greg Cherry, 3 points to Brian Zane. All right, we are going to go next to, well, seeing as he's just got some points, let's go to Greg Cherry. Here we go. I am popping this in your DMs. Greg, this is something you will have 30 seconds to draw. Let me know when you've seen it, and then prepare yourself.
Okay.
All right, you sound ready. All right, starting now. Let's see. Raymond Fritz says, Austin 316 says, something kicked your ass. VGC Legends says, got off work early, so I get to watch QuizzleMania live for once. Wear my support Wrestle Talk hoodie to work every day and have customers ask about it all the time. Survival of the fittest round, reverse chronological order, Impact TNA X Division champions. My God, that would be hard for me. Liberalis says, first timer here. My wife Elizabeth is watching and just want to say to her, thank you for being there. Stop drawing, please, Greg. My wife Elizabeth is watching and just wanted to say to her, thank you for being there. You really did save my life. I love you. And to Wrestle Talk and its extended YouTube family for also being there. Life is good with all of you. Thank you. You're very welcome. I'm sorry for shouting. I'm sorry for shouting. Greg, stop drawing in the middle of your heartfelt message to your wife. But hopefully she understands.
Oh, you're such a wonderful person, Greg. Stop fucking drawing,
Greg.
You son of a bitch. How dare you,
Greg? All right, Greg Cherry. Show us your masterpiece. Fingers on buzzers.
Brian, is this Control Your Narrative?
About the same crowd.
It looks like it's got a bit more budget than Control Your Narrative. It is not Control Your Narrative, I'm afraid. Sorry, Brian. This is between SP3 and Tempest.
I don't blame you if either of you get, if none of you get this.
Can I get the next match announced, or
You may not. No more clues. Greg, a little closer to the camera. Let him really bask in it. There it is.
I mean, this could be a lot of different things.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know?
like very much confused.
Wrestling
Like,
match.
I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna
It could be any wrestling match.
Yeah, it really
SP3. SP3.
SP3, I hear you.
Is this the zombie lumberjack match?
No.
It is not. It's a fabulous
Right.
guess, though.
I was
And
thinking of
Tempest.
that. I'll go with the other one. Is this the Nexus debut?
It is none of those. Greg, walk us through it.
Okay, so obviously with 30 seconds, I couldn't draw a lot of people. But if you can see in the ring, it's trying to be somebody putting somebody else in the sharpshooter. That's supposed to be Bret and Vince at Mania 26.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
That's not at all the first thing I
Greg.
would have
Yeah.
thought.
I would never.
Greg,
thought that.
Which one's Bruce? Which one's Bruce, Greg?
This one right here.
Can't tell from
That one.
The fourth one specifically.
The one trying to put himself front and
Yeah.
center.
Yeah, I was never. Nobody had any chance of getting that whatsoever.
Nope.
Oh, such a huge fan. Oh, amazing. Super. Lovely. No points, but we had some fun along the way. Tempest, this next one is for you. You love to draw, and draw you shall. You do, my dude. There you go. Tell me when you've seen it.
Give me one sec. Yes, I have seen it.
Are you ready for drawing?
Yes.
That's a yes. 3, 2, 1. Start the show. Quoth the Raven 79 says, not to be a Debbie Downer, but can someone dig up a ring bell and ring it 10 times? Because I have a feeling in the back of my head that WWE isn't going to give Scott Hall a 10 bell Friday. R.I.P. Scott Hall, and thank you. I think that's a little ungenerous. I think WWE have done a lot of well wishes and reminders of Scott Hall on their socials in the wake of his passing. So we will see, but like, yeah, we will see. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tempest, stop drawing, please. 30 seconds really is no time at all. Fingers on buzzers, folks. What has Tempest drawn?
Brian. Is this the dog collar match?
Which one?
Okay, I'm going to say the dog collar match with Valentine and Piper.
Very, very good. Tried to trick you, but Tempest was too good for that. 3 points to Tempest, 3 points to Brian Zane.
Very nice.
Well played, sir.
I wanted to draw a kilt on the other side, but I didn't have enough time.
Very confusing. Lampshade? What is this?
Yeah, I also realized these look a lot more like handcuffs, so I had to do like a dog tag to be like, it's a collar.
It's a nice touch. Whatever the hell I did.
Remember Hart versus Lampshade. Fantastic. All right, so SP3, it's finally your turn. I am swinging by your DMs in 3, 2, 1.
I don't know why. Just hearing you count down made me go Tempest. I was like, whoa, what are we?
Tempest. Points. Tempest. Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
30 seconds on the clock, starting now. Raymond Fritz says King Tempest will become Constable Tempest, then Sad Tempest, followed by Happy Tempest. Just curious, when will he dump dog food onto Ollie's head? Delightful. You might think. Ricardo the Outsider says, here's a short but hard one. Open brackets, lol, close brackets. What's your favorite swerve of all time? Hashtag support Wrestle Talk. Hashtag support each other. 3, 2, 1. Stop drawing, please. SP3. I also want to answer this question because I do have it just on the top of my head. That tag match that Ric Flair and Sting had, where just like it looked like Ric Flair is like turning on the horseman. I think it's Arn Anderson and either Arn Anderson and Tully. Yeah, all right. Pillman, of course. And he spends the entire match just kind of tag me. And then literally as soon as Sting tags him in, he runs the ropes, does the walk, and then fucking laps him in the face.
That's a good one.
It's so funny. I love that to bits. Anyone else have a favorite wrestling swerve? Great question.
The one that sticks out to me is The Rock winning at Survivor Series 98. Him being the corporate champion.
Very, very good. Very, very good. That hug. What a big, beefy hug. Any advice on that before?
Yeah, I will say Kevin Owens turning on Sami Zayn at the end of that takeover.
Another good one.
The Revolution takeover.
That's a fantastic swerve.
I was going to go recent memory. MJF introducing the Pinnacle on Inner Circle.
That was. Everyone enjoyed that. Greg, do you have one?
Those are all good. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I was going to say something completely lame like, hey, the creation of ECW and WWE and the joining of the alliance. But
it's a pretty big swerve.
Although the ECW guys turning on WWF was pretty cool.
That was cool.
It's got to be a Big Show joining ECW, right? Taking off the show. Oh, he's not on Raw. He's in ECW.
I'm a sucker for battle royals, so I kind of like that one.
That was fair. All right, SB3, we have a masterpiece to see. In 3, 2, 1, fingers on buzzers.
I'm a hard
Brian,
Brian.
Tempest.
Brian, I heard Brian.
Damn it.
It's Natalia. It's Natalia's party.
It's Natalia's party.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hot damn, Brian, you're round. That's fantastic. Yes, indeed. It is Natalia's farting gimmick. Literally the exact words I sent to SP3, Natalia's farting gimmick. That is brilliantly done. All right, so the scores after that round did say it would only be a short one, but in last place with 22, Brian Zane. In third place with 23, SP3. That's a little tight gap. In second place with 37, Greg Cherry. In first place with 44, Tempest. All still to play for as we play. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be QuizzleMania without it. Whose nips are these?
Yeah. I haven't played a nipple game in like a year.
Oh,
That's a game I haven't heard in some time.
Well, the gap will increase, Tempest.
One of my fondest QuizzleMania memories was the only person guessing correctly Triple H's nipples, and Brian Zane beside himself with joy shouting, "I'd know those tits anywhere."
Yeah.
I
That was a
recognize that
high
now.
quality moment in my career for sure. It was and in my life. So
Exactly. All right. So we're going to do 5 of these. It is going to be 3 points for correctly identifying the nipples. As ever, write them down on your thing and we'll go through you one by one. So first up, whose nips are these? Whose nips are those? Nathaniel has donated $10 saying, "Hi, Adam. I was a late fan for QuizzleMania, so I was watching through a bunch of past QuizzleManias I'd never seen and noticed QuizzleMania 10 is not on YouTube. Sorry if this is public info, but just curious why that one is not available." That's fine. I'll tell you. It's because one of the guests was David Starr, and I just don't think that is a video. We all agreed in the office that video is probably best just not being out there, considering that QuizzleMania is supposed to be just a fun, light show to make you forget about the world. Asked and answered. William Tochi Jr. says, "It's QuizzleMania, my favorite day of the month, closely followed by NRB plays Blood on the Clock Tower Day." Thank you very much. Thanks for helping us all remain sane during these last 2 years. RIP, medium-sized man. LIW for life. LIW is fine. Jam that jam. Thank you so much for, Blood on the Clock Tower. Check us out on No Rolls Barred. Subscribe as well. Why not? What's it gonna? What you got to lose?
Buy a shirt.
Buy a shirt. Buy the shirt. Buy the shirt. No, buy the shirt more than subscribe. Actually, buy the shirt. All right. So, whose nips are these? Z-Man, Brian Zane. We're gonna start. Everyone's got something written down. Yes.
Hang on one sec. I was too busy making a fool of myself.
Oh, Tempest.
I do have an answer. I don't have to think about it. I got it.
You and your shenanigans. Let's start with Z-Man, Brian Zane. Who you got?
the answer is Champy Champs, Tommaso Ciampa.
Champy Champs. Tempest.
Tommaso Whitney, Esquire.
Greg Cherry.
This round is the bane of my existence. I'm gonna be so screwed. I put Miro.
Miro. And SP3.
Black Heart nipples.
Champy Champs is Narpy Narps. It's Tommaso
Yeah.
Ciampa. I'd recognize those arm veins anywhere. Tempest, Zane, SP3, 3 points for 3 boys. All right, next up. We're only doing 5 of these because we do have a main event to get to. Whose nips are these? Whose nips are these? Nick94955 says, Adam, since you mentioned, is there a chance of getting the boys from OSW on QuizzleMania? I've asked, I've sent out the invitation to Jay Hunter, and hey, we'd always love to have Jay or any of the boys, like Mr. OC or V1. any of the guys would be great to have on the show. But you know, like they are preposterously busy. Like OSW is their full-time job, but the door is always open. All right. Do we all have something written down for whose nips these are? I think we've all got something.
Yep.
All right. Then we're going to go in reverse order. Let's go with SP3.
Funny nipples, Yano.
Toriano. Greg Cherry.
I went with a butcher.
The Butcher.
Ooh,
Very
That's
good.
a good one.
that's a good guess. I went with Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston. And Brian Zane.
Oh, with Otis.
Otis.
Variety in this one.
Yeah, I see a rainbow of nips there. One of you is on the money. Those are Eddie Kingston's nipples.
Ah.
Eddie Nipston again.
Tell you what, finding a picture of Eddie Kingston's nipples online is tough going. Or I just look at Revolutions, to be honest. Right, next up, question number 3. Whose nips are these?
I know that picture anywhere.
Whose nips are these? Sean Cartier says, "Hi, Adam. Thank you for getting me into board games with NRB. It really is a fun hobby and a wonderful community. A new friendly local game store just opened near me, and I'd love to give them some support. For anyone in the Miami, Florida area, go check out Master Goblin Games. I will always shout out a friendly local game store on QuizzleMania or on any platform. My personal favorite, I have 2 in London. I love Leisure Games and I love Orc's Nest. Those are 2 fantastic independent friendly local game stores. If anyone is looking for one in London, it's amazing. Tempest, I see you. We all see you. Everyone got a nipple down?
Sure.
Yep.
Greg, let's start. I know it's not your round, Greg. I know it's not your round, but let's see what you've got.
Just based on the elbow pad, I went Wade Barrett.
Wade Barrett. Brian Zane.
I went with Morishima.
Morishima.
Ooh.
SB3.
I had Tajiri, but I went Ishii at the end.
Ishii. And Tempest.
Attaboy. Tomohiro Ishii.
Tomohiro Ishii was the correct answer. Very, very good. 3 points to Tempest. 3 points to SP3. 4 out of 5.
I think I have that picture, the PNG right there.
That is literally the same PNG. Yes.
Very nice.
Right next to stiff as a horse. Next up, whose nips are these? Whose nips are those? Sean, we've done that one. Andy says, "Hey yo, I haven't been able to watch QuizzleMania live for a while due to work commitments, but pleased to be tuning in tonight. Anyone got any Hail Mary predictions or wishes for QuizzleMania? Not QuizzleMania, WrestleMania, the other Mania, the slightly less important one. Anyone got any Hail Mary predictions or wishes? I generally can't think of any surprises. I don't know. Cesaro comes back. Well, I guess that's maybe not.
I'd probably be disappointed if that happened.
Yeah, whatever works for him, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. A really it's not a Hail Mary prediction. They'll probably do it, but a really good ladder match for the IC title. Why not?
Yeah.
If you're gonna strap it on Ricochet, fucking why not? Just recreate the North American ladder match for WrestleMania. Do it.
Right now. Never that matter, no dream.
All right, nips. Whose nips? Whose nips are these? Greg Che, we'll start with you. Whose nips are these?
Why? I went with Matt Raywald.
Matt Raywalt. Brian Zane.
I was gonna go with that, and then I went with Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara. Tempest.
Greg is much more kind than I neglected to change that name. I went with Aiden English.
Aiden English. And SP3.
I went with Dante Martin. I don't know why, but
Dante. Well, you thought those were Dante Martin's nipples, I assume. Can confirm those nipples belong to Sammy Guevara. Very, very
Wow.
good.
Very
Z-Man, Brian Zane. All
Those
right.
nips.
Know those nips.
I had
The
hope when
secret-
Tempest said my answer, and then completely.
Tempest is not infallible when it comes to nipples. He's never made that claim. And finally, question number 5. Whose nips are these? Whose nips are those?
It's a wide chest.
That's a look of a eureka look from Z-Man Brian Zane there. Interesting. R.J. Odell says all competitors complimented each other, but can everyone compliment our wonderful host? No, I won't stand for it. No, thank you. But thank you very much for the kind offer. I'm far too British for that. VGC Legend says VGC here again with a new round idea called How Many Reigns Are There? Where you give a wrestler name and how many reigns they had with a specific title and or combined days as champion over all reigns. I like that. Jam that jam, everyone. How many reigns are there? Mod Mother, save this comment. I say, like unleashing my flying monkeys. Mod Mother, save it. I'm going to steal it. And Tariq Ali says, greetings to Post Meng, Mask Meng, Z Meng, Champ Meng, and Fan Meng. Thanks for all the entertainment in these times. Great seeing Brian on here as he was the start into my YouTube wrestling sphere. Love from Germany. And of course, RIP Scott Hall. It was a terrible Scott Hall impression, but I do love all of your descriptions. Mask Man. Z-Mang is my favorite one. All right, so let's see. Let's end with Brian Zane, because I think he knows it. And I'm interested to get his reasoning. Greg, we'll start with you.
What a shot.
I put Damo. I know it's not him, but I could not think of anything.
Big Damo. Tempest.
Tall Paul.
Tall Paul. Thank you. SP3.
I put Husky Harris.
Husky Harris. And Z-Man Brian Zane.
I too put Husky Harris.
Interesting. One of you is right because, well, it's the Big Show.
No!
Tall Paul. I was there next to Sean Ross Sapp when he tried to get the Tall Paul chant going.
Incredible, Brian. I had such hopes because you're
I know.
literally. Well, we'll do
He
this.
so vividly looked like a young Bray Wyatt's nipples. It was uncanny. The tattoo was almost kind of the give. I thought it was going to be the tattoo.
Cast my mind back to the halcyon days of 2011. Right. Those were, of course, Paul White's nipples. Well, it's the Big Show. The scores going into our final round then. In last place with 28, Brian Zane. Third place with 29, SP3. In second place with 37, and this may be academic. In first place with 56, it's Tempest. Holy shiznit, as JR would say. Well, we are going to play one final round because Tempest could still lose. Because Tempest is really bad at this round, and other people might be good. Tempest, you have to come dead last in this round, and someone else has to get it on basically one. But, we'll see if it happens because we are going to be playing That's My Line. I'm going to give each of you, you're going to have randomly assigned to you a wrestler. You're going to start with 20 points. You must ask me yes or no questions about your wrestler, and I will deduct a point for each question you ask. There is not a correct guess. So, for example, if you ask me 1, 2, 3 questions, and then your next one is it such and such? And it was 17 points for you. Simple as that. We're going to go from last place to first. So, Brian, you are up at bat. Can you give me a number between 1 and 6?
4.
4. Okay. All right. So I have your wrestler's information in front of me. I am ready when you are.
Is it a man?
No.
Okay. Does she work for WWE currently?
No.
Is she active?
No.
Is she a former champion?
Yes.
Did she work for WWE?
Yes.
Is she white?
Yes. Yes. No. Yes.
So yes, she is white. We're
Yes.
settling on. Okay.
We're settling on white.
Okay. Cool. Let's see here. Does she have blonde hair?
No.
Okay.
Also, I just realized I probably shouldn't have said yes to the previous question. I'm sticking with yes because I think to say no would be confusing at this point. But yeah.
Okay, and you said she was blonde, correct?
No was the answer to that
Not
question.
blonde.
That is nailed on. No.
Okay.
No.
White is in quotes, not blonde. Okay. Okay. Jesus. Hang on. Okay. Not active. Not correct. Not active. No longer
Not
active.
active.
Okay. Former champion. Did she used to work for WCW?
No. No.
This is very interesting. Okay. Did she work in TNA / Impact?
Yes.
It's not who I thought it was.
Oh my god. This whole thing of white is really throwing me off. It's just
Yeah, I know. I can explain later.
I'm looking forward to the explanation for this. God bless it.
I think yes is more helpful.
Okay,
but I
it's
will
more
explain.
Okay.
It's fucking mind-filled for me, man. Like,
Yeah. Did she spend more time as a heel?
yes.
Okay.
I certainly remember her more as a heel.
Yeah, okay.
I think I know.
This is, and no matter who I pick, it's gonna sound so like off the wall and insensitive now because of this whole confusion.
It can't be worse than always saying Chad Gable.
Yes, it can't be worse than Ollie being told the person is not Caucasian and going for Chad Gable, the most Caucasian man in the world.
And then Baron Corbin right after.
And then
Yeah.
Baron Corbin.
Okay. God bless it. WWE, TNA, not WCW. Former champion. Jesus. I'm sorry I'm holding this all up for everyone.
Hey, no worries, man.
Oh,
This is
I've
it's
held
supposed
up
to be a
this
tense
before.
round. Don't you worry.
Yeah, God bless it. Okay, so she's not blonde.
No. I'm 100%.
Not fucking. Was she a former champion in TNA?
You'll have to forgive me. My TNA knowledge is rusty. Yes.
And I already asked if she was champ in WWE because I said that. Did I specify with WWE? Okay.
Yeah, you did. That's certainly how I answered the question.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's not that person then. Is it Mickey James?
No.
No, not her. It's not her either. No.
You can say these out loud if you like. I won't take it unless you ask me a specific question.
Okay, well, yeah, it's not Ariel. It's not Melina. No, it's what good lord. Is she alive?
Yep.
Okay. Live. Okay.
All caps.
Living.
White question mark.
It's really down.
Not blonde.
Mostly a heel. White in quotation marks, so it's not Kerwin. So it's because he was blonde.
Jay.
Because he was blonde.
Yeah, that's the
I mean, it checks all the boxes, everything else though, so far.
Yeah, you know.
There's one other box he doesn't tick, but to each their
One of
own.
the box he doesn't have at all.
Yeah,
Oh, no, it's not her because she's active and she's a current champion. That makes no sense. Fuck.
Man, it's on the tip of your brain.
Okay, so is it Eve Torres?
Nope.
Okay.
Come on, Brian.
Oh my
You're saying all the names around it.
God. Damn it.
To be fair, I don't know if I'm right if I have the person in mind.
Okay, I'm gonna start naming names. So at this point, I got nothing. So here we're gonna go. Brooke Tessmacher.
Nope.
Trinity.
Nope.
Victoria. Did I say that already?
Boom, Victoria.
How is she white? Please explain this to me right now.
Look. Hey, now that's fair. Her dad is Puerto Rican, and her mother is Turkish. So I absolutely should not have said no. But if I don't know. Look, Brian, I was in an uncomfortable place the entire time you were talking.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
What
she's
is
not
it?
white.
Did an impact? I kind of knew.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I learned something from that. So
I had
I
it narrowed
apologize.
down to Victoria or Melina, but I figured Victoria.
Melina was
the
never
target.
champion in Impact.
Yeah. she wasn't
That's
the champion.
what set that aside there.
Mhm.
There.
okay.
Yeah. Sorry,
Got it.
she's not.
Got it.
She's not Caucasian. Sorry, Brian. My bad.
I think
bad.
I think she's closer to being Caucasian than Tony Storm was to being an NXT champion.
Yikes.
Somebody's still salty.
Man.
It's the one I'm
Nice.
holding on to. That was like a year ago now.
Okay, so 4 points for you, Brian. And I know that I'm going to get a lot of hate for that. Anyway, next up is SP3. Give me a number between 1 and 5, please.
3.
3. All right, I have your wrestler's information in front of me. Hit me.
Is it a man?
Yes.
Yeah. Are they active?
No. No. Definite no.
Are they a former WWE champion?
Yes.
Have they main evented WrestleMania?
No. That's a good question.
Are they alive?
No.
Okay. Have they main evented a SummerSlam?
No.
Oh, damn. Were they active in the Attitude Era?
Yeah.
Oh.
God, Lisa Marie Varon is not at all white, is she? I just flick back to her Wikipedia page and just like the picture.
Add 5 points back to my score. Fair thing to do now.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it, Brian, you want 5? I'll give you 5 points. That's fine. You can have 5. You can have an extra 5 points.
Give me some dignity.
Look,
Want the trophy? You can just come back. You can just win.
Yeah.
Let's wage my guilt. I'll throw money at the problem. That's fine.
I'm going to ask the most important question here. Are they white?
No.
Pick your answer wisely.
Sure.
Is it Eddie Guerrero?
It is Eddie Guerrero. Very, very good. I knew that. I knew that one. 12 points.
I should have asked
But his-
that
but
earlier.
his
I would have got
mugshot.
it.
His mugshot classified him as white. The last one he had.
Really?
I think it's the one before he got released from WWE the first time. He's listed as white. So according to whatever fucking law enforcement agency arrested him.
So yeah, everyone get off my back. Okie dokie. Fantastic. Are you sure? All right. Next up, Greg Cherry. It's gonna be a huge one for you. It all rests upon this. Can I get a number between 1 and 4, please?
Now let's do number 2.
2? Absolutely. I have your wrestler's information in front of me.
So basically, I have to get this right now.
Or 1 point next. Because if you and Tempest both tie, I'll have to come up with a tiebreaker because neither of you is the current champion, so champion's advantage don't work.
So I have one question at my disposal.
Yes, basically.
Well, I might as well use this one. Are they a man?
Yes.
Well, that narrows it down.
Narrows it down by 50%.
Give or take. Is it Scott Hall?
No.
I was going to do that. I was
that for
going
a
to do
second?
that on 20, though.
It was worth a shot. Have they ever been WWE champion?
Kinda, yeah.
No.
Is it Ted DiBiase?
It is Ted DiBiase.
There's the right answer to this.
Okay, good enough. Jesus.
Yeah, very well done. That's
Holy
like top
It could have
tier.
been.
That's my line rounds ever.
It could have been 1 or 2 people: Ted DiBiase or Brian Kendrick.
Yeah.
It could have been.
Yeah,
one.
indeed. Very, very good. Very, very good. And finally, Tempest.
Yes.
Your victory lap awaits you, sir. Give me a number between 1 and 3.
1.
On. I have your wrestler's information in front of me.
Is it Scott Hall?
No.
That's where the shot. Is it a man?
Yep.
Are they active?
Yeah.
Are they active in WWE?
Yes.
Have they ever been top champion?
No.
Lame.
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 Is that your summation of their career?
Yes.
That's harsh.
It really narrows it down. It really narrows it down with their roster. Okay. Is this person on Raw?
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing, a Raw man.
You are full of beans today, aren't you?
Okay. I don't watch Raw.
No, me neither.
Okay. Has this person been United States champion?
No.
Has this person won any championship in WWE?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Is this person Caucasian?
Yes.
It's an easy yes. All
yeah,
right.
this is an easy yes.
Okay. In that case, so it's okay. No U.S. title, so that actually does take out a good portion of this mid-card field. They are white.
I'm never answering that question again.
Okay. Goodness me. Who hasn't won U.S. title? Okay. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Can I help
Chad
you,
Gable.
Tempest? No.
Oh, you were just like, he is white. I was like, he's really white. Chad Gable's like the most white man ever. God, I actually have to get this now. I mean, I don't, but I'd rather than not.
Hey, if you crash out, I'll get rid of all your points. How about that?
Hey now.
Crash
Okay.
out. Then I have to come back next month.
Okay. Is it Otis?
There he is. There he is.
Yeah.
As soon as I put a bit of stakes on it, Tempest started to go to work. Yes. Yes, indeed.
And a woman.
Then I just
Okay.
immediately obviously went to his Wikipedia page and said, to parents of Serbian descent. I'm just like,
What is it? How does that count as?
I don't know. Depends on what part. No. We're good. We're good. So the final score then of this game, with 37 points, Z-Man Brian Zane in third place with 41, SP3 in second place with a very impressive 54. Greg Cherry, welcome to QuizzleMania, and in first place and new QuizzleMania champion, Tempest. Congratulations. We have a tiny smattering of super chats, so I'm just going to get through them now and put some of our guests' Twitter handles on the screen. Starting with Brian Zane. Ready, Set, Mech says, hooey. First of all, hope everyone is well. Second, I'm going to my first AEW show in June. Thank you, SP3. I appreciate that, sir. Going to my first AEW show in June, and will it be as special as, it will be special as it will be my youngest sister's first ever wrestling show. Question: what is the first wrestling show you guys attended? Mine was WWE Live 2013. It took me a very long time to actually go to a show, but I was in America and I saw a WWE Live in Dallas. The highlight of which was a dance-off between, I think it was Naomi or Cameron and one of the Bellas. That was...
What a highlight.
What a highlight.
Nice.
And, of course, the main event of Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan. But, you know, yeah. Everyone else, what was your favorite first wrestling show? Let's go with Brian Zane.
First show I went to was in October of 2003 at Roosevelt High School in Portland, Oregon. There was a local indie show. It was celebrating Buddy Rose's 50th birthday, and lots of local talent in there, many of whom would go on to beat me up later in my career. So it's kind of funny how that all works out.
Amazing. Greg Cherry.
I don't remember if this is my first show or not, but my first major show was the awfully lauded SummerSlam 1995, which
Oh, wow. And you stayed a fan, huh? That's tenacity.
Well, I was a fan of Shawn Michaels, and think of the match he had. Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon in the ladder match.
Very nice.
I had to be there for that. Screw the rest of the show, honestly. But I was there for that, and that's all that mattered to me.
Heck yeah. Amazing match. Absolutely amazing. SB3.
My first two events, well, my first one really scarred me as a wrestling fan for the rest of my life. It was when I turned 8 years old. I went to a Madison Square Garden house show with the main event of Shawn Michaels versus Diesel. And I saw Razor Ramon, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels and Diesel all hug in the ring. That was my
You're
very
kidding.
first event.
Are you kidding?
Very
Your
first event.
Your first show was the curtain call?
Yes, it was. Yes,
How
it was.
the
And it
fuck did
scarred
I not
me.
know that?
I was so confused, and I was asking my mom what was going on. And then my next event was Survivor Series 1996. I was also a very big Shawn Michaels fan, and he's versing Sid, and everyone's booing him and chanting Sid. And I was upset, and my mom sitting next to me was like, "Why are you upset? They're chanting your name." Because my name is Sid.
That is adorable. The only way that makes that first story more impressive if you were the one taking the video camera footage.
Oh, no,
that
no.
Triple H was in the ring.
I wasn't that up on it. I was 8 years old, so confused. Why is my two favorites, Shawn and Razor, hugging Triple H? Hunter Hearst Helmsley? I hate him.
Amazing. Tempest.
My first show was a Raw SmackDown double hit. It was the week of Christmas, 2008. So they did Raw live and then taped SmackDown so that all the guys could just go home the next day because it was like the 22nd or something. Pretty decent show, actually. There were a bunch of like qualifier matches, like for a world title shot. So it was all like the top guys were all facing each other. And it was like Shawn Michaels and Kane was one of them. JBL and Rey Mysterio was another. CM Punk and Chris Jericho had a match that was a very second hour of Raw match. It was not a WrestleMania match, but it was those two guys. That was kind of neat. And Jeff Hardy was WWE champion at the time. I'm one of like the 6 crowds that got to see him as WWE champion.
Amazing. Captain Junior 9513 says, love the content, guys. Weird, not wrestling related question. I'm an amateur paleontologist, and I always like to ask people if they have a favorite dinosaur. And if you do, what is it? It's always lovely when you have a brand new question on QuizzleMania. That's amazing. Yeah. I'm going to go with Raptors Shooter because I own a board game which you can play as Raptors, and they are amazing. And Jurassic Park is amazing. They're the best bit in Jurassic Park. Screw the T-Rex. Gets way too much plaudits. So all about the Raptors in that third act. Anyone else have a favorite dino?
I would like to agree with you because the correct answer is the 2019 NBA champion Toronto Raptors.
Jesus, Tempest.
How did I know he was going to say that? I knew it.
Does anyone have an actual answer to the dinosaur question?
The baby from Dinosaurs.
I was going to make a dinosaurs joke, yeah.
God damn it. God damn it. RJ Odell says, hey, Adam, I forgot to ask in the last Ultra Chat, so here's some more money. Would you consider having VYBE channel on? AM, BDE, and Dalton are amazing wrestling game YouTubers. Shout out to them. I think they'll do fantastic, and they're all good boys. I'll have to check them out. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Dalton Rice says, Tempest's eyes when the nipples are on screen. That's all. Delightful stuff. And the final Ultra Chat, Spencer Trainer says, I did this at the end, but I'm going to watch from the beginning. I love all you guys. Hashtag Tempest for life. Well, there you go. Thank you so much to everyone for watching this episode of QuizzleMania. We truly appreciate it. Thanks again to Surfshark, our sponsors. And let's round out with a quick, what are you doing and where can people see you doing it? Starting with Z-Man, Brian Zane. Get those plugs.
I need to pull up the flyer so I can remember all the information, but I am very excited to be helping call Midget Wrestling Warriors this Saturday at the Seven Feathers Casino in Canyonville, Oregon. And that show is sold out, but it will be rebroadcast on their pay-per-view service, which unfortunately I'm failing to pull it up right now. But then Sunday, I'll be in Eugene, Oregon for POW Pro Wrestling. Live and Let Dive at MacArthur Court. And then I'll be in Dallas in 2 weeks for Mania weekend with a lot of stuff going on. I'll be at WrestleCon. I'll be at Hybrid Mania 2. That's Saturday evening in Arlington. And as for a couple other things, then of course there's my big American Angels live riffing and watch along at Fair Park that Saturday afternoon with Alex Queen of the Ring. Mr. Ooh La La, and with Darren Corbin, not to be confused with Baron Corbin, because Darren came first. Darren showed up first. But that's the stuff I'm doing. And there's one more thing that I've yet to get a full announcement for, but that will be showing up soon.
Excellent. Hashtag Greg Cherry for QuizzleMania.
Well, you can check out the Greg Cherry Show at 7 o'clock Eastern. So yeah, in about 50 minutes, I'm going on my channel talking about this. And I do a version of QuizzleMania myself called Jack of All Trades, and we're going to go live next Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern for the Greg Cherry Show. In case you're not familiar, it's more of a talk variety show. And also for Super Chats, I do stupid shit because of a wheel. I've had to do 100 jumping jacks on here a couple different times, thanks to that. And I also do wrestler entrances. I do some karaoke, a whole bunch of other stuff. It's completely ridiculous, but it's one of my favorite things to do every week. So hopefully you check it out, and hopefully you guys like me enough to have me back at some point.
Definitely check it out. All right, and SP3.
Well, you can follow me on the Twitter machine, True Hill SP3. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, True Hill Heat. We're going live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with our AEW Dynamite Watch Along. I'll be up on that channel tomorrow at 12:05 p.m. Eastern Time reviewing AEW Dynamite. You can also see me on the Believe in Pro Wrestling podcast, as well as Sportskeeda Wrestling YouTube channel. And I got this cool banner from Wrestle Talk because I'm going to be doing the NXT review because, you got to start off at the lowest peg in Wrestle Talk. So they gave me NXT 2.0 to review with Set E Nyangi, and Set loves me. It doesn't matter if I have a QuizzleMania trophy or not. We are Mocha brothers. Mocha over everything. And remember, Black Blompier. Get it trending. Hashtag Black Blompier. Black Blompier. Get me on the tag team QuizzleMania. Me and Sat, QuizzleMania War Games. We promised us that years ago. Yeah, the show was going, but I'm on a channel that has 63,000 subscribers now. So get me on the QuizzleMania War Games. Get it done.
Mocha Madness is running wild. And Tempest, our champ.
I would like to once again thank none other than Sat Nyangi for allowing me to win this. For him, of course. Honestly, right now, I just ask that if you are watching this and haven't subscribed to partsFUNknown, that you do so. We are really starting to ramp up our content on partsFUNknown, especially now with WrestleMania coming. We've got the new My GM series that Pete and Luke have been doing. It's a lot of fun, and there's just going to be a ton more stuff coming in the very near future that I'm very excited about. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a second of it, and follow me on Twitter. That one right there.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next month for QuizzleMania 47. Oh, Brian? Oh, no, you're pointing to your sign. Gotcha. I thought you were just being polite and raising your hand. See you, everybody. We'll see you next month. We love you. Goodbye.